Hello again, I'm Jeff Hungarter with Cree Lighting here in Durham, North Carolina, and the fourth episode of the Art and Science of Bringing the Outdoors In. I'm here with Kathryn Caspar, Vice President of Indoor Products. Welcome, Kathryn.
Hi, Jeff. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So today what we talk about is TM-30, the always colorful topic of TM-30.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see, obviously, we're prepared for that.
Yep.
Can you tell us a little about TM-30? What's it all about?
Well, TM-30 is a method of evaluating how colors are rendered within a light source.
Excellent. Isn't that what CRI does?
True. CRI has been around for decades. We've been using it for a long time, but there are some key differences. One, of course, is CRI measures color versus 8 reference samples versus TM-30 uses 99.
Oh, wow.
So that's one part of it. And that's where you're looking at the fidelity, which is how close you are to that reference source within that.
Okay.
But TM-30 also uses other pieces of information. So it's also looking at discrimination and preference and all those different pieces.
Okay, so what would be, you have CRI fidelity and you have TM-30 fidelity. So can you just maybe sum up what is that major difference, I guess?
Well, it does go back to 8 samples versus 99.
Okay.
And those 8 samples in the CRI are mainly more in pastel hues versus hitting all of the colors in a spectrum. Or not all, but 99.
Gotcha. It's a lot.
It's a lot more.
And what are some of the other parameters that TM-30 that we can measure with that, other than the ones that you were just kind of mentioning there?
Yeah, so another key metric in TM-30 is the gamut value.
I've heard of this, yeah.
Yeah, so it's the saturation of color, or how intense or rich a color is or is portrayed underneath a light source, which becomes very important when you think about designing spaces for specific applications. So think about a retail store. If they're selling large red apples, you're probably going to want your light source to hit more towards the red versus John Deere tractors, where you're going to go more towards your greens and you don't want to wash those things out. So having that level of information makes a huge difference.
Excellent. I've also heard of this thing about this color vector something.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
It's really cool, this color vector graphic. And so as we all know, picture's worth 1,000 words, right? And so it is a graphic that literally shows where the light source color sits within all those hues. And it gives you that great visual way of looking at where your light's gonna be and where it's sitting within the spectrum.
Okay, yeah, that sounds like a great measurement tool in and of itself. So using this gamut and these vector graphic and 99 colors versus the 8, how does that, in terms of designing for spaces, how do you think people will start using that to help design spaces?
Well, the lighting industry is really shifting towards designing spaces for the people that are within them. The work that's being done, be that a classroom or an office or a retail space. And really, this is just a great tool to optimize your light for the application. And so that's where TM-30 is going to be a great way to help designers, specifiers, and manufacturers really understand how to hit those specific light sources and applications and color.
And this comes from the IES, right?
Yeah, so the Illuminating Engineering Society has been working hard on this. They have committees and tests, and really a lot of work has went behind this, and really and from all different sides. That's lighting designers, that's engineers, and that's even manufacturers, how that you can actually achieve the better color.
So it sounds like a lot of good things coming out of this. So with Cree Lighting, how do you see, Cree Lighting kind of utilizing, some of this to, in the fixtures and some of the designs that, that people might use?
Yeah. Well, Cree Lighting's always been known for superior color, and so this fits right in. Utilizing this data for superior light quality, color, all of those different aspects, and that's truly shown in our new Cadiant experience. This is a luminaire that's different than anything you've ever seen. And so we have a fidelity of greater than 90. Now remember, that was a 0 to 100 scale.
Yeah,
so that
sounds very good.
It is very good. But the gamut is 100 across all color spectrums. And so if
Wow.
you remember that fixture, it goes through the course of the day, so you're hitting a wide range of color temperatures within that, and you're still hitting that 100.
Wow.
The other thing that's really cool about TM-30 and the Cadiant Luminaire is RF skin, which is how your skin appears underneath the light source. And so lots of cool things to come. And so it's a fun tool, and it's really cool to be able to use that in lighting design.
Yeah, I imagine especially for places like maybe healthcare applications, or where that RF skin measurement could be really instrumental in how you design and what kind of fixtures you might choose. So,
It can be critical, but it's a fun tool to use.
great.
So
Anything else you want to share on TM-30?
I think we've hit the main points. There's so much information out there, but those are the main 3 keys to hit, and so I think we've covered it.
Great. Well, thanks again for joining us on the art and science of bringing the outdoors in, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks.